first time I fell in love, I was 4 years old. I was parked in front of my mom's 1978 Zenith Jumbotron, watching what my mom had recently installed into our home. Cable. Nickelodeon. Sesame Street. The Weather Channel. Knowledge was now at my fingertips. And then... she was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. This beautiful, gorgeous girl running around a beach, naked. Running around picking coconuts and bananas. Naked. Mommy, mommy, ¿quién es esa? Esa es Brooke Shields. ¿Te gusta? Mira cómo eres como tu padre, coño. Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields was the first girl I ever saw naked. Seeing a naked girl did strange things to me. Mira cómo eres como tu padre. A few days later, I was out saving the universe, and it was bound to be the end of life as we know it. And suddenly, everything started to shake. Oh my God! What was going on? I looked down my block, and this huge, giant yellow beast turns the corner of my block and heads down my street. Oh my God! It was belching from its rear. Oh my God, there were children hanging from the sides of that thing. Some heads and some hands and some legs. Oh God, back, back I say, back. It passed my house and went in front of my neighbor's house, and then it stopped. Oh my God, the children, what about the children? Take me, just leave my mother out of it. And then a stop sign popped out from the side of it. It knew I was here. This is gonna be it. I was about to die. Its side jaws opened. This is gonna be it. And then, there she was. It was Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields went to Little Havana Elementary. Oh my God. She looked just the way she did on TV. Her hair was golden brown, her eyes were green. She had a smile. Oh my God, she got off the beast, and then she got on the sidewalk, and then she proceeded onto her lawn. I wanted to say something, anything, but I was so scared. Oh, she was gonna get closer and closer to her porch, and finally, I said the only thing that a little Cuban kid could say, who's raised on Que Pasa, USA. Oye! Hi, pretty girl. She smiled. She waved at me. There you are. Did you see that? She waved at me. She likes me. She likes me. She likes me. Oh my God, she likes me. What am I gonna do? I mean, we all saw the Blue Lagoon and we saw what that guy did to her, but I can't. Well, I'm just too young, you know? So, I went to the only person in my life who I thought might be able to understand me and help me along in my time of need. My father. Now, my father has always been a very busy man, a complex man. He had no time for the simple things in life like my birthdays, Christmases, Easters, graduations, any of my plays. But I thought that when it came down to women, he and I would eventually have that father-to-son Birds and bees talk that every classic father has with his son. Mr. Drummond, Mr. Brady, that cool dad from Silver Spoons. So I went to his restaurant and he greeted me with the same fatherly hello he always does. ¿Qué? Mira, no, yo no tengo tiempo ahora. Dile a tu madre que le mande el dinero la semana que viene. Déjame en paz. ¿Qué es lo que te pasa? Dad, I need to ask you. Coño, ¿qué es lo que te pasa? ¿Qué quieres? ¿Un dinero? ¿Un carro? ¿Qué es lo que quieres? Coño, ¿qué? I met a girl. Have you fucked her? Have you fucked her? No. Get a job! That's why you're not getting laid! You don't have any money! So I took my father's advice in the same way I take all of my father's advice. With $150 in backed up alimony. This left me with just one alternative. My mom. Mommy. You said that if there's ever anything I needed to ask you, just to go ahead and ask you. So I'm just going to ask you, okay? I met a girl. Now, my mother has always been very liberal. That day, she told me everything it was I needed to hear for the rest of my life. And she showed me something I really didn't need to see. I'm supposed to wear this where? So that's how I became the only kid in kindergarten with a condom in my wallet. Kindergarten. The first day of kindergarten was like the first day of manhood. I remember it well. The great yellow beast had just vomited me out in front of the sidewalk in front of the school. And I stood in front of the line, prompt and ready. Me, my lunchbox, and my big head. Oh yeah, my head was big. A melon. I looked like a teacup on a stick. But still, regardless of my genetic mutation, I was a man on a mission. I was determined to find Brooke Shields, and she was around here somewhere. Brooke? 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 Finally, we reached this huge glass door, but it was textured glass. Some light came through, but you really couldn't see what was inside. But there was some movement. Oh, she was in there. This door separated me from I don't know what, but Brooke Shields was it. The teacher came up behind me and went to go open up the door. This was going to be it. She opened up the door, and suddenly, I was surrounded by an army of loud, screaming children. Oh my God! They were running and screaming and shouting and singing. Oh God, and there was this smell. This weird grammar school smell. I had never hung around other kids before, but these kids all smelled like farts and Play-Doh. There was a cult in the corner. If you're happy and you I had to get the hell out of here. I bolted for the door, but the teacher closed the door in back of me. Womp, 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 womp. The carpet was something out of a 60s acid trip. So many colors. Oh, God. There was some kid in the corner pointing at me, mocking my confusion. He. I had to do something. Oye! We are not animals. We are human beings. That's right, human beings. They can't put us in this room, feed us that paste. Stop eating that! We have been kidnapped from our homes, eaten by the yellow beast, and thrown into this dungeon. And after all that, they expect us to behave. We are young. We have the blood of our human forefathers running hard through our small ugly veins. We can run today, and we can run tomorrow. But many years from now, when our children ask us, did you run? Yes, we ran. Did you behave? Yes, we behaved. But they never took away our freedom! Open the textured glass door! That's how I became the first kid to get suspended the first day of kindergarten. I never saw Brooke Shields that day. She wasn't in school. She wasn't on the beast on the way home. And when I got home, there was a sign in front of her house. So kindergarten came and passed. First grade came. Second. Fourth, fifth. Puberty was terrifying. 5 o'clock shadow isn't something a 7th grader should have to deal with. And if that wasn't enough, then the hair spread to the rest of my body. Only one thing kept me going. The thought of high school. In high school, all this hair would make sense. High school, the final frontier. But just when I got to high school, just when I thought that all of my terror was gone, God decides to cut me up another slice of heaven. Braces. I still have the sound of that sick, fruity orthodontist in my mind. Well, let's see. It seems you have a potpourri of problems. We'll just put some number 22 wiring on each of your molars. Strap it in with some 15 wiring. And that gap on 5 should be taken care of soon enough. 3 to 4 years, maybe. But I couldn't complain. My teeth were horrible. So I accepted my fate and got my braces. I've had these things on for only 2 days. I'd forgotten all about them and was leaving PE and going to the cafeteria. And then oh my God, it was her! It was Brooke Shields! Brooke Shields! Oh God, I hadn't seen her in over 10 years. Last time I saw her was with the sword and the beast. Oh God, she hadn't changed at all. She had developed so nicely. What has she been doing all these years? I wanted to ask her so many things. Oh God, seeing her brought back everything. The Blue Lagoon, intimate conversations with my dad. Oh my God, she was getting up. She was about to leave my life the same way she had 10 years ago. So I don't know what I had for breakfast that morning, but I must have drunk it with a bottle of courage. When I was little, I was little. But now I was a man. I've had girlfriends before. So I just ran station? Oh my God, she's about to go again. She's about to exit my life the same way she had 10 years ago. I couldn't let this happen. So I ran to the front of the auditorium. I grabbed the mic. Quisiera ser un pez para mojar mi nariz en tu pecera. Hacer burbujos de amor. I barely had time to spit out the second verse when the dean pulled the mic from my hand.
What the hell do you think you are doing? You're not music theater.
Oh, God.
Excuse me.
By the time I came out of the dean's office, Brooke was gone. It ends up she wasn't here as a student. She was just picking up her transcripts. So, high school came and went. I kept myself entertained with parties. First it was ranch parties. But then ranch parties became nights at the beach. Drinking, getting plastered, leaving clubs at 2 or 3 in the morning. But soon, the circle of life took me and my friends to clubs like Liquid and The Mix, and drinking became a thing of the past. Now we were immersed in a world consumed with sex, drugs, and rock and roll, better known as raves. Yeah! Lie. The entire psychotic South Beach world was awesome. Literally mind-altering. Me and my friends would go take a couple of rolls. That's ecstasy for those of you parents who think that your kids are up until 5 in the morning just hanging out. And we take the rolls and lose ourselves in waves of music and light. It was a magical, mystical experience. Our own private 60s. The best of times and the worst of times. Because after an entire night of rolling, you wake up in a puddle of your own sweat. Sometimes vomit. My friends and I called it the crack whore feeling. But still, this was a small price to pay for one night of ecstasy. One night, me and my friends were at a club, our favorite demon hideout, The Mix. Nothing big, just another night when me and my friends wanted to go and lose a couple of brain cells. Just dancing around. We had taken it about 25 minutes ago. Just waiting for it to hit. Sometimes these things make you hallucinate. But it looked like her. Lenny! Lenny! Do you see a girl over there? But Lenny was in the middle of a non-coherent logic talk about life, which most rollers tend to do. Yeah, my friend, you're right. Bro, what if life is really hell? And ecstasy is just God trying to show us heaven, you know what I mean? Useless. Louis, do you see that girl in there? Yeah! God! Oh my God! Oh yeah! But still, it looked like her. So, bouncer wasn't looking, so I crept in. And the closer I got to her, I realized that it was her. It was Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields was at The Mix. Came on next to her. Right. But her eyes were closed. So I didn't want to wake her up. I don't know what she was going through. I knew what I was going through. I just reached over and touched her cheek. She didn't wake. She didn't even move. She was breathing though. It's a plus. I touched her forehead. And I touched her nose. I wanted to open up my mouth and tell her everything I felt for the last 20, God knows what years. But I was so scared. I was just as scared as I was when I was a little kid. When I was in high school. And then her eyes opened. And she looked at me. And she smiled. And her hand came up. She touched my face. She touched my face. And her hand came up. She closed her eyes again. Did she even know I was here? Did she think this was some sort of hallucination? Was it a hallucination? Am I tripping here? I mean, what's going on? Guys? You guys are in the middle of an ocean of glow sticks and bass. Oh man, I was trying to be so good. Oh God. I really shouldn't have taken 3. Oh God. It felt so good. And at the same time, I felt so sad. Here I was. It's this great place. Feeling so good. And there was my angel. Rolling below us. The VIP room. Mix. 5 in the morning. Somebody come here and rub my head, please. Please, I'm serious. What did I do? Oh, God. Like I said, the worst thing about the whole club scene is that crack whore feeling you get the night after. I never got to talk to Brooke Shields. I asked the guys if they had seen her, but they didn't see anything. When I would try to describe her, all I would describe was this 5-year-old girl in my mind. So this brings us to last year. Now, it's not that one day I just stopped thinking about her. After that night, I thought about her every day. And every day became every other day. And then once a week, until finally I just stopped somehow. I didn't, it just did. She was my first love, crush, fantasy, I don't know. All these years and I still don't know. Then last year, I got a phone call. It was her mom. She was calling me to tell me that she had died. She had died a couple of years back. But her mom wasn't able to go through any of her stuff up until that point. Finally, when she did, she found some of her old diaries. And when she went through her diaries, she came across my name.
Dear diary, I signed today when I went to go get my transcripts. These got so big. still remember when we used to play in his yard. I used to think we would get married one day. He's so cute with his braces. I hope I'm He's so cute.
The mom told me that when we were little kids, she used to come over to my house. I used to grab a mic, run around, and sing to her. And I never remembered any of it until she told me. When she told me, it just seemed that I had always known. Mom told me that the night she died, at the hospital, she said that she had seen an angel at the club. And that angel looked like me. If I had known she needed any help that night, I would have helped her. If she ever needed anything, I would have helped her. I guess I just have to run into her one day, somewhere. See you later, Brooke Shields.